Hey my little champs, hope all of you are fit and fine with your studies intact. In this video, I am going to start a new chapter of class 10, that is section and midpoint formula. This is a chapter of coordinate geometry, and coordinate geometry plays a very important role in class 11 and 12 as well. So learn coordinate geometry very carefully and make sure to see each and every video of this series to have your base in coordinate geometry clear. So without wasting more time, let's begin today's session. Introduction. For any two given points in a coordinate that is Cartesian plane. Children, what is Cartesian plane? The plane with x and y axis. This is a Cartesian plane with origin at O. Okay? The knowledge of coordinate geometry may be used to find number 1, the distance between two given points. Number 2, the coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment joining 2 points. Number 3, equation of a straight line through the given point. And number 4 is equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment obtained on joining the given 2 points, etc. Hope you know how the coordinates of a point in a Cartesian plane is written. You have learnt it in the lower classes, right? Still I am showing it again. Suppose this is a point A. Here the coordinates will be written. Let it is at a distance x from the origin in the x-axis, and it is at a distance y from the origin in the y-axis. So its coordinate will be written as, first the x coordinate will be written, that is x, and then the y coordinate will be written. X denotes the distance from the origin on the x-axis and y denotes the distance from the origin on the y-axis. Okay. Coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment joining two given points. Suppose this is a point A, x1, y1, and this is a point B, x2, y2. This is a line joining these 2 points. We can find the midpoint of it with the help of the section formula. Equation of the straight line through the given points. Let's say these are the given points and we have to find the equation of this line L1. We can find it using section formula. The equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment obtained on joining two given points. This is the line AB and the perpendicular bisector should pass through the midpoint. So this is the perpendicular bisector, let's say PQ. So we can also find the equation of the perpendicular bisector using section formula. So it's very useful in coordinate geometry. So we learned the use of section formula. What is section formula? Let's learn it now. It is used to find the coordinates of a point which divides the line segment joining 2 points in a given ratio. Suppose this is a line segment A, x1, y1, and this is B, x2, y2, and this is P, which divides this line segment with P, Q as coordinates. P divides this line segment in the ratio M is to N. Okay, that is AP is to PB equals M is to N. So section formula can be used to find the coordinates of P. In that case, the ratio may be given with the coordinates of A and B. It can also be used to find this ratio. In that case, the coordinates of point P has to be given with A and B. It can also be used to find either A or B. In that case, the ratio, the points, those should be given to you. Okay. So there is a proof. If a point P lies in a line segment joining the points A and B, then P divides AB in the ratio AP is to AB. I have shown you. Let AB be a line joining the points A, x1, y1 and B, x2, y2, and the point P divides the line segment AB in the ratio M is to N. Same thing which I have told. Then required to find the coordinates of P. So this is the diagram. This is A with coordinates x1, y1, B with coordinates x2, y2, P with coordinates xy. This distance is x1, right? Because its coordinate is x1. This distance is x1 as well. Come to here x. This distance should be x, right? This distance is also x here, so I have written it here only. And y, this distance has to be y, that is this distance y. Y1, this distance has to be y1, right? Come to B, x2, this distance should be x2 and this distance should be y2, right? Perpendiculars are dropped from A, P and B on the x-axis. So what can we write? AR equals to LM. AR means this is obviously equal to this because this is a rectangle, because these are perpendiculars. So this should be equal to this, equals to OM minus OL. OM means this. This is x and this is x1. So x minus x1, that is x minus x1. Okay. So secondly, what can we write? PR, that is P and R, this part. PR equals to PM minus RM. Obviously, PM, this is Y, right? And this is RM means Y1, that is Y minus Y1. PS equals MN, this part. PS equal to MN. Yeah, this is also a rectangle which is equals to ON minus OM. Yeah, ON is ON, this part, minus OM, this part. So this is X and this is x2. So x2 minus x, that will only give mn, and bs equals bn minus sn. What is bn? Bn, this part. This is y2 and sn is this part. This is y and this is bs. Obviously y2 minus y will give bs. So y2 minus y. Since triangle APR is similar to triangle PBS, so triangle APR is this, right? And triangle PBS is this. So these are similar. For similarity, what are the criteria? Any two angles should be equal. So this is equal to this 90 degree, and these are corresponding angles since these both are parallel to x-axis, and this line AB is the transversal, so angle BPS is equal to angle PAR. So triangle APR is similar to triangle PBS. Let me write it here. Angle PAR equals to angle BPS corresponding angles, and angle PRA equals angle BSP equals 90 degree from figure. So triangle APR is similar to triangle PBS. So the corresponding angles of the triangles which are equal, their opposite sides should be in proportion. This is the conclusion of similarity. So this angle is equal to this angle. So the side opposite to this angle is PR. So PR by the side opposite to this angle is BS. BS. Noticed? Now this angle is equal to this angle. So the opposite side to angle PRA is AP, this side. So AP, and the opposite side to angle BSP is PB by PB equals, what are the remaining angles? This and this. So these are also equal. Third angle should be equal. So the opposite side to this angle is AR. See, AR, and the opposite side to this angle, that is PBS, is PS. See, I have written PS. So AR by PS equals PR by BS equals AP by PB. This you will learn in the chapter similarity. I will show you in great detail there. So taking AR by PS equals AP by PB gives AR is x minus x1 and PS is x2 minus x, which is equals to M is to N. Because in the first only we have considered that AP by PB is M is to N. So by cross multiplying, it will give Nx minus Nx1 equals Mx2 minus Mx. Then bring Mx to the left hand side. So it will become positive Mx plus Nx, and then shift Nx to the right hand side. So plus Nx1. Take x common, then M plus N, Mx2 plus Nx1. So x will be, this will come in the denominator. So the value of x becomes Mx2 plus Nx1 by M plus N. Since PR by PB equals AP by PB from this equation, then PR equals to y minus y1 and PB equals to y2 minus y equals to AP by PB is M by N. Then from there we can get y as my2 plus ny1 by M plus N. So the coordinate of P becomes, the x coordinate is mx2 plus nx1 by M plus N from here, and the coordinate of y becomes my2 plus ny1 by M plus N from this equation. Okay, so let's solve some problems based on finding the coordinates of the point dividing the line in the given ratio, that is that point P. Okay, so what is the first question? Calculate the coordinates of the point P which divides the line segment joining A, coordinates are given 1, 3 and B 3, 5 in the ratio 3 by 2. First step is to draw the line A 1, 3 and the coordinates of B is given 3, minus 5. Let's say point P is here and it divides the line segment in the ratio 3 is to 2. So first we have to find x coordinates. So first multiply the x coordinates with the ratio. Multiply 2. 2 is not on the side AP. So multiply 2 with 1. 2 into 1 plus 3 is not on the side BP. So 3 into 3. That means you have to just cross multiply this with this and this with this. Okay. By just add the numerators and denominators of the ratio, that is 3 plus 2. And the y coordinate will be same. Multiply 2 with 3, 2 into 3 and then multiply 3 with minus 5. So to find the y coordinates, you have to multiply the y coordinates with the ratio 3 into minus 5. This is also the cross multiplication, okay, by 3 plus 2. So this will give 2 into 1 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 2, 11 by 5, comma, 3 to the 6 minus 15. 6 minus 15 will give minus 9 by 5. So the coordinate of P becomes 11 by 5, comma, minus 9 by 5. This is the answer. Let's solve another problem. The line joining the points A minus 3, minus 10 and B minus 2, 6 is divided by the point P such that PB is to AB equals 1 is to 5. Find the coordinates of P. So first step is draw the line. Write what is given in the question. This is a point A minus 3, minus 10. This is a point B minus 2, 6 is divided by the point P. So this is P such that PB is to AB is 1 is to 5. So PB by AB is 1 by 5. You have to find AP is to PB, right? So let PB be X and AB be 5X. In ratio and proportion we do sums like this, right? So AB equals AP plus PB. So AP will be AB minus PB. AB is 5x and PB is x. 5 minus x gives 4x. Okay. So now AP by PB equals 4x by PB is x. So it will be 4:1. So right here 4:1. So you have got the ratio. Now we have to find the coordinates of P. P equals cross multiplication 1. First you have to find the x coordinate. So 1 with this and 4 will be multiplied with this point. So to find the x coordinate you have to multiply 1 with -3. So 1 into -3 plus 4 into -2. 4 into -2 by, you have to add the numerators and denominators of the ratio. So 4 plus 1 comma. Now to find the y coordinate you have to multiply y coordinates with the ratio. So 1 into -10. 1 into -10 plus 4 into 6 by 4 plus 1. It's easy. Yeah, it's easy. So 1 into -3 is -3 and 4 into -2 is -8. -8 minus 3 will give -11 by 4 plus 1 5, comma 1 into -10 is -10 and 6 into 4 is 24. 24 minus 10 gives 14 by 5. So the coordinates of P are -11 by 5, comma 14 by 5. So children, today up to this, many more problems are coming in the next video. If you have learned something from this session, please hit the like button. Share this video with your friends so that they also get an opportunity to learn this chapter. Don't forget to subscribe my channel so that you don't miss any of my videos. And make sure to hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time when I upload a new video. See you guys in the next video. Till then, stay tuned, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.